What's going on, YouTube? We back at it again with another one. I got this video that I've been seeing circulating that I want to react to. It's this guy. I don't know his name. I think his name. I think they said his name is Russell Hartley. I think, and he was basically commenting on how I guess they saying a lot of men is asking women, what women bring to the table, right? And so he was giving his commentary on it or whatever. We gonna react to it. I'm gonna give y'all my opinion. Then y'all know what it is. Y'all let me know y'all opinion down in the comments, man. We gonna go like that. But let's get right into it.
Listen, if a man asks you what you bring to the table, that man has a low credit score. Straight up. He's not even asking you. He's just revealing his hands, his cards. He's doing this. Here's the situation. I got low credit. What do you bring for the table so that I can get a cosigner on that new challenger? I need somebody to move into the house and cut my rent in half. Please. That's what he's asking, folks. If he's asking what you bring to the table, he wants to know how much money you make so that one day you can sign off on that car note. But I can make the payments, I promise. That's what it means. That's the real answer. Men that ask women those kinds of questions harbor a real resentment for women. They got a poor financial situation and harbor resentment for women because they feel that women don't have it as hard as them, financially speaking, blah, blah, blah. Which isn't fucking true anyways. But they feel like women have an easier time of it because ballers will be happy to date women that come from all walks of life. Hell, men will marry the waitress. They don't give a shit. And men recognize that, and they think that life is so hard and unfair for them. They have to work so hard. So if I'm going to date you, what are you going to bring to me? Me. That sounds like a man that just doesn't have his house in order. Or a house at all. Ha! Or even a house at all. This house isn't in order. What house? What table? Did the table come with the apartment that you're renting? Is it completely furnished already?
He's shit talking.
What are you talking about?
He really shit talking.
If a man asks you what you bring to the table, that man has a low credit score.
Okay, that was the end of the video. So, there's a lot of points that I'm gonna touch on about what he said. I really think he's shit talking. I really think he basically just swinging his dick around in this video. Honestly, to tell you the truth, like I don't know if he pandering. It's a bit of pandering, right? But I don't really know what his angle is. Like I don't know if he just shit talking, swinging his dick around, trying to catch something, or if he like is just trying to pander to women to get them to buy something. I don't really. It sounds like he's selling something to me, if you ask me. Now, I'm gonna give you my opinion, right? But I'm gonna first off start by stating I do not ask women this question, right? But the reason that I don't ask women this question is not because, you know, I'm too big and too macho and got too much money to ask a woman what she bring to the table, right? The reason I don't ask a woman this question is because I don't listen to what people tell me, women or men, right? Like I don't ask people what they gonna bring to me. I look at your actions and I look at what you're gonna show me, regardless of what you say. Right? You can say, "Oh, I'm this person that does this, that, that." Okay, well, I don't see you doing that. You know what I mean? I need to see something. Me personally, I'm a person of action. I need to see something. I need to see what's going on. I need to see you doing this. I need to see you doing that. I need to see you operating this way. I'm gonna watch how you conduct yourself with other people. Watch how you conduct yourself with me. Watch how you conduct yourself with your family. I'm gonna watch all of these things and I'm gonna notice all these things and I'm gonna make the decision myself and I'm gonna have discernment to be able to judge you myself and use my judgment to judge the situation instead of asking you as soon as I meet you, well, what do you bring to the table? Right? Now, I understand that I don't actually think that dudes are actually asking women this question though, honestly, to be real with you, right? And then also, I think it's two different categories of women, right? Like I think it's certain women that you might just be messing with on the short term that you just want to kind of get short term gratification out of, like have sex or whatever. You just want to chill with her, whatever the case may be, right? And I think there's certain women that you may want to take a little bit more serious. You may want to, wine and dine them a little bit more, and maybe like it's some dudes out here that are looking at certain women, they looking for wives, right? And there's certain dudes out here that are looking for certain women, they just looking to have sex, right? I don't think that you really care what a woman who you just having sex with brings to the table, right? I don't think anybody really cares about that, right? I think that um a woman that you're looking for long-term goals with and to have long-term satisfaction, like a family, children, things like this, right? I think that you're looking for a woman like that, and you're in the back of your mind, whether or not you ask her this or not, because I don't think it's a point to really ask her that, to be honest, because you need to have discernment amongst yourself to be able to analyze the situation, analyze the woman, and figure out what she's offering to you. You know what I'm saying? And is she it's not even, I don't even really care what she's offering. Are you going to fit this criteria that because I know what I want as a man, right? So are you going to fit this criteria that I've outlined for myself of what I want from a woman, right? That's basically what it is. I don't think most dudes are even asking women this question. I think it's just an online talking point, you know what I mean? Where it's like, what do women bring to the table, right? And the thing is like, this dude, he should know better than this, man. He look like a pretty successful dude. Like, he should know better than this, man. Like, now, are there some dudes out here that are going to use women for their money, right? Want them to put a car in their name, want to live with them, want to drive their car, want them to give them their money? Sure, 100%, right? But I don't even think those dudes are going to ask a woman what she brings to the table. Like, I know dudes like that, and they don't ask women what they bring to the table. They coming straight in, and they going to try to put the best dick that they can on the broad, and all of a sudden he gonna wake up and she gonna wake up and her car keys gonna be gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not gonna ask her like, what do you bring to the table? You know what I mean? And so I think, right, that like most men who do ask this question or who are talking about this, I think we get this misconstrued because men and women are not the same, right? So when women get in an uproar about this because they're like, well, why are you asking me what I provide? You sound broke. Same thing he getting at, right? Like, you must be broke. Your credit score must be low. Right. And I'm not denying there's some dudes out here that try to use women for their credit score, use them for their money, or use them for their house, or whatever the case, right? But I think we need to get something understood that men and women are not the same. So if you as a woman are asking me what I bring to the table, I'm already under the assumption that the things that you're talking about are as far as provisioning, protection, leadership, guidance, the things that I'm supposed to bring as a man, right? If I reverse the question and ask this you, obviously I'm not asking you to bring the same things that I'm supposed to be bringing because you're a woman, right? I'm not asking you to bring money. Why would I ask you to bring money? If I just told you I'm bringing money, you know what I'm saying? If I just told you I'm bringing provision, if I just told you my role, I feel like my roles are provisioning, protection, and guidance and all these things. Why would I flip it around and expect for you to bring the same things as me? I might as well go date a man, right? Okay then. So if I flip that question around and I ask you, what do you bring to the table? I'm looking for you to fit the criteria of what I want from my woman as far as femininity, obedience, submission, right? Peace, right? Being there for me, nurturing capabilities, helping raise my children, you know what I mean? Giving me children, these kind of things. Like, why do women always flip this? It's almost very narcissistic because it's almost very like, what's the word for it, man? It's almost like they can only see things through their lens, right? Like, at a point where if they ask a man, what do you bring to the table? And the man flip around and they're like, why would I have to bring money? Like, who said he was talking about money, bro? Like, can you not see through his point of view, from his point of view? Why would he care about your money? He asking you about something else completely, totally different. But he just phrased it the same way that you phrased it. But it has a different meaning, right? And it's like, I think that's where we all getting tripped up when we talking past each other in that sense, right? And so I don't think that every dude that's asking you, what do you bring to the table? If he is asking you that, that's like me having a conversation. We having a conversation, right? And a woman asks me, yeah, so I mean, what do you think your best qualities are? What do you bring to the table in a relationship? I can tell her, I build tables. I make tables out of scratch. I build tables, and then on top of that, I can build you up. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You can tell her, you can let her know. I'm not gonna get offended by no. Now, if a female come to a date with me and she say, well, what you bring to the table, that's completely different than her just being inquisitive, and asking me in a polite manner, well, what do you think that your best qualities are? When a person asks you, what do you think your best qualities are, like, what do you think you can offer in a relationship? They basically asking you what you bring to the table. Now, I think the big issue is women don't feel like, a lot of women don't feel like they need to bring anything to the table in a relationship. They don't think they need to bring anything to a relationship, but they pussy. And that's a big problem because you can't just think you can just bring your pussy to a relationship. Let me tell y'all something right quick. Let's just go down this rabbit hole right quick, right? We're gonna get ourselves out, but we gotta go down this one, right? So, in times before ours, right, chivalry was a thing because men got something in return, right? Men held women to a certain standard as a protected class in society because men got something in return, right? And what men got in return, right, basically what the woman brought to the table, right? What men brought was chivalry, protection, being willing to die for a woman, provisioning. They held women to a certain standard, right? They understand women were weaker, right? So they held the doors open and open car doors and kept women walking on a certain side of the road. And okay, I'll die for you and I'll protect you and all these type of things, right? What the men got in return though was they got chaste women, so they got virgins, right? You don't have to worry about no dude sticking his dick in your girl before you got her. You know what I'm saying? Having children with her, getting baby mamas and stuff like that. You don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. You got chaste women, you got virtuous women, you got obedient women, you got submissive women, you got nurturing women, right? You got women who just understood their role, right? And in today's day and age with feminism in society and modern women, right? Men are not really getting anything in return for the chivalry that women still expect for men to give, right? Women still expect men to give chivalry, even though women is jumping up, hollering, we want equality. So how are you still expecting for men to give you chivalry if you still jumping up, screaming you want equality? You do realize equality and chivalry don't go along in the same, because chivalry came from women acknowledging and understanding that they were not on the same level as men. This is why men treated them so much better, because they understood we are not men. We are not the same as men. They can do things different than us. So men, you do understand that, right? When you bow down to a man and you respect a man for being a king, right? If he is a king and he done built up his empire, and you say, I respect you for being who you are, and I respect you for being a king, and I will submit to you and I will obey. A man levels you up at that point, and he'll put you, I don't want to say on a pedestal higher than himself, but he'll put you on a pedestal right below his, right? Because it's like you understand your role. You know what I mean? You understand your role. So now I need to accommodate you for understanding such things and playing your role and being a part of this whole situation, right? And so, yeah, I mean, like if you a successful dude and you're not looking to settle down with a woman, of course you don't care what a woman bring, right? Because it doesn't matter, right? You just rotating them in and out. It doesn't really matter, right? But if you a dude who's looking to actually settle down and have a girlfriend, have a wife, or whatever the case may be, have a family, whatever, which is most people, right? You absolutely, I don't think it's necessary to ask the woman, right? But I'm not telling you not to ask the woman because she gonna get all freaked out and be all like, you a weirdo and da da da. If she gonna do some stuff like that, you need to disqualify her anyway. And the things that you're looking for, she's going to show you anyway. You don't need to ask her, because that should always be in your hindbrain anyway. Like, okay, what is this woman offering? Right? I don't ever go into a relationship with a woman like, well, what can I do for her? What? I know what I can do for her. I done put myself in this position to be able to, we having money over here. We having funds over here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, I don't put myself in these situations in order to be able to spoil a woman for just the sake of her being a woman. Right? Listen, I done put women's cars in my name. You know what I'm saying? I got a house. I got all these type of things. Like I got multiple cars, a couple cars myself. You know what I mean? Like I don't need a woman to put a car in my name. My credit score is good. I'm good in my neck of the woods. You hear me? My credit score is good. Right? My situation is decent. I don't need all this stuff from a woman like what he talking about, right? But I'm still looking for what a woman can do for me. I'm not just with her just because she's for the sake of her having a pussy and her being a woman. If that's the case, I can get pussy, bro. Like, I don't need to just get with no woman just because she got that thing in between her legs. You know what I'm talking about? And so now let's get into the other portion of it, right? As far as what he was saying, as far as hold on, I forgot what he said. Let's run it back real quick.
They don't give a shit. And men recognize that, and they think that life is so hard and unfair for them. They have to work so hard. So
yeah, that part right there, where he said men think that life is so much harder than women. It is, bro. That's just we are literally built to have a harder life. Our biology and our genetics, our bone structure, everything about us is built for us to be able to have a harder life than a woman, bro. A woman is the feminine. The man is the masculine. We are literally created to have a harder life than a woman, especially in this day and age society, right? Because, I mean, even back in the day, though, women were supposed to be taken care of, bro. Just like today, women still want to be taken care of, regardless of feminism and equality. Women still want to be taken care of, and we supposed to take care of them, right? So how is it that a woman don't have an easier life than a man when a woman is supposed to be taken care of, and if she do the right thing, she will get taken care of? Like, I don't know where y'all see this at, but I don't see a bunch of dudes running around talking about going 50-50. I don't see it. And the dudes that I do see running around talking about going 50-50, they single. And they can't get a girl to say their life. So what does it even matter whether or not we talking about these dudes that want to go 50-50 or not, right? What does that even matter? You know? I don't see it. I don't see a bunch of dudes running around talking about they want to go 50-50. I see a bunch of dudes running around like, I'll pay these bills. I'm going to pay these bills always in my household. But you're going to come and you're going to fit this structure of what I want from my woman. Otherwise, you going to have to get out. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't see dudes running around. I know some dudes who use women credit scores and use their cars and all this type of stuff. But they're not asking a woman what she brings to the table. As a matter of fact, the dudes that I know that use women cars and drive around in their girl's car and stay with their girl and stuff like that, these dudes got 5 or 6 baby mamas. And the women is still going for them, having children with them and shit like that. The broad know that he stay in the same house with his baby mama that his baby mama pay for and drive her car, and she still have a baby by him. So, and I know a lot of dudes who are willing to pay the bills for their woman, will be great fathers, great husbands, all of this stuff, that are single and have had like one girlfriend in their life. Out of their whole life, they didn't have one girlfriend. These are good dudes. I know some dudes that are college educated, got master's degrees, that literally cannot find a woman to say their life. But I know some women who got multiple baby daddies, and all the baby daddies ain't got nothing. Not no car, not no house, not nothing. Right? And I'm going to leave it on that note right there, man. That's my opinion. That's my take on it. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I love to hear y'all opinions, man. You know, even if somebody got a difference in opinion to me, that's not a problem. You know what I'm saying? I like hearing differences of opinion because it makes me think. You know, it makes my mind run and think. You know what I mean? And I want somebody to challenge me. I like a challenge. You know what I mean? But I can understand a lot of people agreeing with me as well. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, let me know what you think in the comments, man. And, you know, I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.